The marketing and Steam page describe Hi-Fi Rush as such. Feel the beat as wannabe rockstar Chai and his ragtag team fight against an evil megacorp. From Tango Gameworks comes Hi-Fi Rush, an action game where the world syncs to the music, from Chai himself to the environment and even enemy attacks. Lead a squad of colorful allies and take the fight to the heart of a heartless organization. From production to marketing, every department has it out for the defective Chai, and will protect the bottom line in over-the-top battle sequences, with each showdown featuring its own music tracks. Here are 7 great things about Hi-Fi Rush, and why you should probably play it, or at least watch a playthrough of it. Reason number 1, it's really good. Okay, so what I mean by good, like as a good game, is that overall it's high quality. I mean, have you seen the reviews for this game? This game definitely be in my top 5 games of the year already, even though it just released recently in the beginning of the year. I mean, just look at it. It even has a shocking amount of content. Reason number 2, it's unique. I'm not as familiar with rhythm games as others, but I'm pretty confident that this game is one of those games where you think in your head, wow, that sounds really cool, but it'd probably be really difficult to, or, game publishers would probably not be 100% on the idea. And this game did it, which in itself is amazing and impressive, but they did it really good. Not only that, the style in itself, the comedy, just everything about it, even this whole setting with, a bunch of robots and mega corporation, everything screams uniqueness. I don't think you'll find another thing similar to it. Number 3, its style. Speaking about unique, it's animation style, just its art style in general. It's taking obviously huge inspirations from the 3D and 2D mix-up of animation from that new whole era now we're in with all the other movies that are coming out. Glad to see that a video game is doing this new style of animation, a mix between 2D and 3D, and it looks amazing. It even has these moments, those moments where you could take a screenshot, or it has those freeze frames moments, and where you could set it up as wallpaper for each of the bosses. I'm pretty sure there's other moments, and just look at the attacks, man. Everything is so animated. It's just pretty to look at. Perfect for an animated show, wouldn't you say? Reason number 4, the characters. Each one of them is amazing, and not only the main characters, but also the villains are pretty dang, they're fun. So, Chai, as being a main character, he's actually quite annoying at the beginning, but intentionally, in that way that's kind of funny, and not annoying to you, but more annoying in the sense, he's being dumb, about the plot and what's going on, and, he's got a really good story arc, honestly, him being a college dropout, and you enjoy the character, but you're really happy with him by the end. Peppermint, as well, she has a really cool character design, honestly, and her character herself is she's also annoying in another sense, but in that kind of cool vibe kind of way. She's definitely not my least favorite character. Honestly, I'm not sure any of these are my least favorite character. I do like Peppermint, and I like her story, and I like involvement with the bad guys and stuff. No, she's great as well. Cinnamon is a robot. I'm not sure how this game establishes how much sentience a robot has. It doesn't really question it, but I am glad we might be able to see more of him. Its whole point is Cinnamon doesn't really do much. That's kind of his bit. And honestly, that's fine, but I can't really say much about him besides he's funny. To be honest, most of the characters are really funny. Macaroon, that is a really weird name. All these character names are amazing. Macaroon, is a classic gentle giant caricature. He brings up the joke of, pacifism and whole bit. There is a reference to I guess we aren't going the pacifist route. Macaroon, honestly, might has as much character involvement in stuff as Cinnamon. I mean, he has a bunch of things related to the plot. But honestly, his character himself, it's good. It's still good. Just, I don't remember as much from him. Now, okay. 808 is shockingly always really funny and cute all the time. It's a robot cat, and the way the cat interacts with Chai is always really funny. The little moments between Chai and all the rest of the characters. 808, Chai literally says if 808 could talk, you'd probably be the favorite character. I don't even think that is required for 808 to be the favorite character. I wouldn't say 808 wants you to get a cat, but you wish you could get a cat that's like 808 that interacts in such a... It's 808. 808 is a really funny character without even having to talk. And the villains himself, there's a secret character villain. If you played it, if you know it, you know it, which is really nice. It's one of those characters the internet keeps simping for, which I didn't fully understand why. I mean, I do, but like, calm down, please. Oh my goodness. And the rest of the villains themselves, they're pretty fun. They're pretty good. Their boss fights are pretty dang fantastic. And I mean, set pieces with them, and you know, showing how evil they are, you know, in that corporation way. 5, it's funny. It's really funny. Oh my goodness, this is super funny. Wow, okay. There's a lot of moments where you laugh, and there's just really good jokes, like, all the time. The characters always, and just the visual gags themselves, due to the animation style, it could do that quite oftenly, but it's fantastic. It's funny pretty much all the way through. Reason 6, the music rocks. The music, of course, being for a rhythm music game, the music has to be really good, and it delivers. I have honestly been listening to the soundtrack on YouTube. What I've heard from both the streamer mode music and the actual music that it uses, all of it is good. Every bit of it is really good music, and you know, honestly, you could listen in your free time, and it is a jam, honestly, and especially the last song. You know, speaking of the final scene. I'm not going to get into the spoiler territory, but reason number 7, it's charm. Okay, so there's a moment where my game crashed in like the last like scene of the game, like chapter or level, whatever. And when I went back, all the characters were like super angry that I just stopped. And because it's pretty meta, and it's why it's charming. A part of why it's charming is that when you get back from like the hideout, you have a hideout, and it's kind of a question: why are you here? How are you here? Weren't you imprisoned? That sort of, yeah, it's funny, it's fun. But in that last like level scene, talking to one of the characters, Chai himself stares directly into the camera, into your soul, and says, "Wow, I can't believe someone would just leave like at the final part, the best part." And I don't know if I'm gonna find the scene again online, or if anyone knows that happens, but there's so many pieces of dialogue here that probably are just not gonna be seen by almost nearly everyone, and that's so funny, that's so cool. But that's not just his charm, as well as a bunch of other things, of course, you know, as the things stuff before and everything else. And it's charming because you want more out of the characters. You want more out of this world. You want more of the comedy. You want more of the music. You just want more out of this game. That's, I think, a good definition of my definition of what a charming game is. Of course, this brings the question of a sequel. And according to the director of the game, John Jonas, in an interview, he said, "A TV show sounds really cool. I don't know who would make it, someone somewhere make it happen, but right now we don't have anything figured out. The game just came out." Which obviously isn't a real answer, or questions, you know, of a sequel. Possibly, and would be fantastic because of the animation style and everything about it. It would work perfectly as an animated TV show, and I could not wait for something like this as an animated show. In just the animated scenes themselves, fantastic, amazing, you know, and I would absolutely watch the heck out of that. That was 7 great things about Hi-Fi Rush, and why you should either watch it or play it. It is great. You should, out of all the games of the year, you should. And guess what? It is really cheap. Oh my goodness, for such a great game, and it was under development for like 10 years. I mean, I'm not entirely sure about that fact, but either way, fantastic. And you should go ahead and check it out. So, yeah.